Oops, pressed the wrong one. Let's get going here. You guys are going to have to tell me what the microphone sounds like because we had some issues on the last live stream. And I've changed the settings. Looks fine on my end, but you guys will have to let me know how it is on your end. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to say hello to everyone at once. Hello. There's actually a lot of people here today, so it would take a long time. Way low audio. Way low? How about now? How about now? Let's slowly figure this out. My sound is okay. Well, if your sound was okay, then I just blasted your eardrums. Sounds okay, better, way better. All right. That's all right. I'm trying to work on a few things with the sound, so all good with the stream. So again, hello everyone, way more gooder. Yeah, for some reason there's a lot of people here at the start, which is pretty unusual, but pretty rad. Also, welcome to our 2 new members. We got 2 new members in the off season. I don't know, the time between the live streams. So yeah, today's topic, fish keeping mistakes. I want to hear what your guys' mistakes are. I'll tell you some of my mistakes, and I've covered this topic, but I like to bring it up once or twice a year because there are new people to the hobby, new people to the channel, and I think it kind of helps when new people are coming into the hobby and they make mistakes and kill fish and they feel terrible. It's nice to know that there's other people like me that have done that many times. I've killed so many fish in my life. I'm definitely not going to fish heaven. Procrastination kills fish. Absolutely. That's a big one. A big one. Not paying attention is one of my things. Of course, you guys all know how many times I overflow tanks, which doesn't kill fish, but it's still a pretty big mistake. Counting on family members for help and assistance. That's a mistake. Is that what you're saying? Susan says no quarantining new fish. Bare Bottoms Aquariums, what's up, buddy? My mistake was not finding this channel earlier. Oh gosh, jeez. Anyways, so I'm just talking, like, I've made a ton of mental mistakes, and I've shared these stories before. Killing my goldfish, killing my beautiful pistogramma, cockatoides. Just so many fish that I've killed just by doing stupid things. Not using a screen on a water pump for water changes. Yep, I shredded a rainbow fish because I was using a screen and it fell off, but I was too busy doing other things. I didn't notice the strainer. This is in one of my videos, probably like 4 months ago, I think. This was pretty recent, where the strainer fell off of my water pump. I wasn't paying attention, and I shredded a Pracox rainbow, maybe. I don't remember the specific fish, but I don't know. They're attracted to the noise or the vibration. They get sucked in and chopped up. And yeah, it was terrible. I had the same thing happen with a puffer fish. Although I don't know that was my fault. Well, it was probably my fault. A puffer fish managed to get the intake off of a hang-on back filter and then went up into the intake on a hang-on back filter. And it's a really weird scenario. So it started to get sucked up, and then it blew up. It's a puffer fish, so it puffed up, and while it puffed up into the tube, and it got into the impeller. This is an Aquarium where the impeller sits inside the tank, and I had the intake I had cut off, so it was right at the top. So probably my mistake, and I don't know how or why, but it somehow got the intake strainer off of there and ballooned up inside, and it lived for a couple more days, but couldn't be saved. Veranda guy with the $5 super chat. Steelers are starting in about 10 minutes. Just wanted to drop by to say hello. Mistakes happen. Don't beat yourself up. I did a fish in cycle. Big no. Well, I'm sorry you're leaving for a Steelers game, especially probably one of the most unexciting games you're going to see this year. 2 loser teams on a Monday night. I don't think it's going to affect my ratings too much. It seems all your mistakes end in death. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. Not all of them do, but certainly. One time, again, not paying attention and getting distracted. I put the water pump in my tank and forgot about it and drained the entire tank to where I came back and the fish were like flopping around on the substrate. I've done that. I didn't lose any. I quickly filled it back up. But yeah, that was a big mistake that I didn't actually kill any fish with. Yeah, so I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of them. Let me scroll through the comments here. The Fish Tank Barn says, recent mistake. I stayed at an auction on Saturday too long. Now I have way too many fish. Everything that holds water is now in use. Yeah, I've been there. We have our big yearly auction coming up next weekend, maybe this weekend or next weekend. And I don't think I'm gonna go for a little bit, but I'm not gonna stick around. The last time I went to one, I spent almost $400, and I had so much crap. Not really crap, but you guys know what I mean. So yeah. You just seen Dan's thumbnail for today. I got the notification in my email. Excuse me, but I didn't click on it. Heat pack. Using heat packs for... I've been talking to Dan a lot the last couple days, and he's been helping out a ton with me and this new shipping business. As you all know, he's like the guru, like the master shipper. You got Dean, the master breeder. Dan is the master shipper, and he's been helping out a lot. It's been great. Hello, I made it to my first stream in ages. Hello. Thank you. I had a rough couple weeks, but I'm recovering and have chemo next Wednesday. That doesn't sound fun. I hope it goes well. Paul says, I took a heater out to install in another tank and forgot to install a new one. I've made a lot of heater mistakes, specifically like doing massive water changes. And when you have this many tanks, like I just do them all one at a time. And one of them, I did a huge water change. And of course, the heater was on out of water and like fused to the plastic suction cups. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know what that means, but okay. Steelers are wrecked with injuries, so it's forgivable. They're normally... Nah. I'm sorry, Veranda guy. You know, I know we're buddies, but they're not going anywhere with that cheating head coach. A cheating head coach that's somehow on the competition committee. That's how you know the NFL is corrupt right there. Anyways, let's not talk about football. Just know over a glass lid tonight and it broke. Something broke a glass, but you broke a glass lid either way. Cichlid Dude says volume is low. Everyone else says volume is fine. I don't know who to believe. My worst mistake was not staying single. Oh man, just knocked over a glass lid. Okay. Yeah, I've been there. Definitely been there. And I've stepped on them too. That's pretty bad. How many forgot to turn canister filters back on? That's pretty funny, Lumpy Dog, because what was I doing? Oh, so I was shipping fish today, and I turned off the air so I could, just see, and a lot of my tanks of sponge filters are in the front because it's easier to do maintenance on them when they're in the front versus in the back. So I turn off the air so I can net and do things like that. And I packed up all these fish, got them ready for shipping, went to the post office, then went to Walmart, and don't even get me started on my experience at Walmart. Came back, and then went back in my fish room and was like, oops, forgot to turn that back on. So luckily it was only maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours at most, but I've definitely had where I forgot longer. Especially like on hang-on back filters. Yeah, definitely been in there. Light in the tank, yes. Yep, I have dropped my fair share of lights in the tank. Surprisingly enough, I've dropped like the Odyssey, the cheap eBay lights, and I've never had an issue. I've dropped Stingray lights, and they almost always break every time. One of the many reasons that I don't like Stingray lights, but don't let my dislike for them make you not buy it, because They're not meant to be dropped in the water in the first place. I always forget to turn heaters back on. I've never had a problem with it though. Yeah, this was probably 2 years for me. Like 2 years ago, maybe when I fused that heater, it was nasty. It was nasty. My mistake. I gave my son some Endlers. Now he has like 100 shocking pink Endler babies. Yeah, but that's fun. That's like the fun part. Chewy LTD says we have snow. I'm so jealous. Was a recent where'd it go? Australian New Guinea Fish Association meeting with some sales. Big money spent that afternoon. Some magical rainbows from all across Australia. That sounds amazing. Impulse purchases from LFS. Big mistake. Yes. I think sometimes they're not a big mistake, but a majority of the times they definitely are. The nice thing about having, gosh, when my fish room was going at its peak, I think I had like 35 tanks, and going to auctions and meetings and LFS, like I could impulse buy anything and I'd have a tank for it. So that was pretty cool. But obviously, if you only have like 1 or 2 tanks, then impulse buying is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Spilled a whole bottle of Prime in my tank before. Well, at least Prime is cheap and it probably didn't hurt your fish at all, so that's all right. What's your favorite light other than the Fluval 3.0? Here's the thing. I love the Fluval 3.0 light, but I don't know that it's my favorite. When you take everything into account, the Fluval 3.0 is like $9,000, and it's cool. It has a lot of cool features, but I don't know that I would ever... Let's see. I don't know. I would have to make a lot of money before I drop like $200 on a Fluval light. Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you right now, I don't make enough money to buy a Fluval light. So I get it. They're awesome. You can control it with your phone. But I don't know that I would call it the best light or my favorite light. Right now, my favorite light is the Walmart $16 4-foot shop light. But in reality, I really like the Aquaneat lights for the value, the price. I feel like the LED light market is kind of lacking right now. There's not anything that's like super amazing at a super amazing cost or value. Maybe I'm looking for value. Like a good value. I don't know. How many 3.0s do I own? I don't know. I have 2.0s, I have 3.0s. I don't know how many of each I own. No, I don't have very many. But I do have multiples of both. I'll tell you, I do like the 2.0 better. If I ever came across someone that had 2.0s, I would trade them my 3.0s for the 2.0s, hands down. You've just become my troll, Kaler's Aquatic. That's what mean people say to me. Candy, those links are a little distracting. I know you are posting them for your pleasure, though. What? Just click on the links. That's all you gotta do. Anyways. Yeah, I love my new Aquaneat Full Spectrum. $18 and it looks great. Yep. Buy Chinese LED modular strip lights, cheap in bulk. Yes, actually before I started YouTube, I used to make my own. I got a hold of a bunch of old fluorescent shop lights, and I would just buy the strips and make my own. Charles brings up a good point and says, my ideal LED light would be wider than what's on the market. Yes, I hate that they're making these things like razor thin. That is one thing that I do like about the Fluval. And even the Fluval I don't think is wide enough. Yeah, I would... There is an Odyssey light that's the big 3-watt LEDs. That's like 4 rows. And that sucker is wide. That's a good one. But the LED lights didn't last that long. But that was nice. I did like that. That's a good point. I wish they would make them wider. It's a private joke, Jeff, but keep trying. What are you guys even talking about? Found a 6x2 by 3 foot tall used bird cage. Think about buying it. Have you ever kept birds? I personally have not, but when I was a kid, my mom has birds, so I don't know if that counts. Actually, I have kept birds. I've kept button quail, bobwhite quail, but these are all things that I've kept outside. Ringneck pheasants, the pharaoh pheasant. These are all things that I've had, but nothing like no indoor birds that I would consider like mine. Mine. What is before YouTube? Dinosaurs and stuff. I actually, in my last trip to the dumpster, I threw away my last LED strip light that I made. Yeah, it brought back some fond memories. Mike says I have two 24/7 48-inch Phoenix on my 75 because one is too narrow. Yep. That's the problem. It's the same problem on 36-gallon tanks, 75, 90, 120s. 125 I can get away with one fluval. But yeah. Jet says I'm heading out. See everyone on the next stream. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Daryl Deemer, what's going on, buddy? Before YouTube was MySpace, LOL. Anyone remember that one? I have a MySpace account. Not even lying. And no one has friended me on MySpace, and it's very sad. What is your opinion on Osmocote root tabs? Gary, I am anti-Osmocote root tabs. When used correctly, they can be a valuable tool, but I feel like people don't use it correctly, and they end up with ammonia spikes. So if anyone who doesn't know what Osmocote is, it's just fertilizer, and they come in they're like little BB-sized fertilizers, and people like to put them in gel caps and sink them down, or people will just kind of spread it around and then put their substrate over it. But they leach ammonia, like they're basically ammonia, and if you use too many, you can just constantly kill off your fish. And it's like a slow release. Think of like a slow release tablet, and it can go on for months and months and months and just keep releasing ammonia. And there's no like, people are like, oh, do one like every 6 inches, or one, however many, you use this many in this size tank, but there's no like real like data or anything. It's like, for people that know what they're doing, I think it's great. But for people that have used it and know what they're doing, to go and tell people, yeah, Osmocote is awesome, go ahead and use it, then people are gonna be like, well, why put a little fertilizer in there when I could put a lot of fertilizer in there and really get my plants going, and then just kill off all their fish for a year straight, not ever knowing why. And anyways, that's my little rant. So I like Osmocote for people that are experienced with it, but you can cause a lot of damage with it, so I don't recommend it. Fish Tank Barn says, a long time ago, I broke a 400-watt heater in a saltwater sump. When a piece of live rock fell on it, I stuck my hand, not knowing it was broken. Got the shock of my life. At least that's fun, though. That's, getting shocked, it's kind of fun. As long as you don't die, it's kind of fun. I think I saw Nisi in here. Did I see Nisi? There, Nisi. Hello, Nisi. MySpace, isn't that where we swap musical notes? I'll tell you what, if I ever uploaded my own music, I'll upload it to MySpace. I only use root tabs when with my dwarf grass to carpet along with CO2. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's better stuff that's with less side effects. Side effects, not really the word I'm going for, but that would have less room for error, I guess is what I'm saying. Anyways. Oh my gosh, I lost my eye, bud, and came back to a bunch of people. Hi, Candy. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Pam. And other awesome nerds. Nisi, we were talking about you on the Saturday live stream. You should have heard what Jimmy was saying about you. Whew. Jeez. Who else said something about it? Somebody said something. Hey, Bob, is Swisky Saturdays going to be a thing now? I don't think so. Nope. We are looking for a time and day to do weekly podcasts, but they won't be aquarium or fish related. They'll just be, they're on a separate channel. They're on a channel that we created called Swiskabob, and we're going to be doing weekly live streams, but podcasts, they'll probably be live. Why wouldn't they be? and just random topics. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure fish will come up, but it's not going to be like the point of the channel. Aquatic Nest says, how's the fish life, Bob? Well, it has its ups and downs. I can't complain. It's still, you know, I'm still at the point where my worst day is still better than my best day working for someone else. So as long as that's the way it stays, that's all I care about. Well, good thing I was busy, I guess. 12 years, and the Mister and I haven't killed each other yet. Well, happy anniversary. I think that's what that means. Scottish Aquatic, what's going on, buddy? Aquatic Nest, right on. Yeah. Feet. Oh gosh. Anyways, not feet. Not feet. So what other horror stories do I have? I don't know. I pretty much just ran through all my horror stories in like 1 minute, and now I got nothing. The fish tank barn, scary heaters kill fish and people. Unplug before maintenance. Yeah, I now only use very small amount of heaters. Very small. I actually put a heater out in my pond. I don't know why, because it's a 420 gallon pond and it's a 300 watt heater, so it's not really going to do anything. But it quit working. I don't even know when it quit working. And the fish are still doing all right. It actually froze last night, and I went out there today, and the fish, they're just doing great. They're swimming around. They don't act lethargic. It's a normal behavior. I fed them, and it's crazy. Like, it actually froze 2 nights in a row, and those rosy barbs don't even care. They're just still out there living. And I haven't seen any fry in a while, so I might have lost the fry, but Egger, wrong. Yeah, that's a Saturday night topic if I've ever seen one. When I'm sorry when they breed, I'll send over a damp towel. Also, I have Pacific blue eye living with my mud skipper. Maybe something you could try. All right. Let's say Aqua Discovery says Joey, king of DIY, didn't like Corey's comment about his red-tailed cat. He was kind of hurt by it. I don't know anything about that catfish or the comment, so I can't say anything. That's the one I had in my pond, and I don't know what just happened to my video there. That was weird. Yeah, the Aquarium Pro. A goodness bomb. Duke Nukem, howdy doody. How you doing? You said duty. Comment in Corey's last live. I have no idea. I cannot comment on a comment about a fish that I know nothing about the comment or the fish. I honestly haven't watched a YouTube video about fish in a really long time. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm sure it was one of Jimmy's videos, but I don't remember. Biggest mistake was getting a red devil. What did I get? It was at an auction. I don't know. Someone in the chat probably knows, but I brought home a fish and it ate all my plants, and I was really pissed. I don't remember what kind it was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Not all mistakes have to end in dead fish, though, so that's good. Bob, so do you plan on getting some Tropheus? I'm getting a 75 ready. I do have access to Tropheus, but honestly, I had no plans of bringing some in. I think I only have access to like one type, and yeah, I didn't really plan on bringing him in. Honestly, the place that I can get him from, I probably wouldn't trust him that much. What's a good alternative to aerate for 10 gallons before my linear piston pump? Are you getting like a Gemco pump for 4 10-gallon tanks? I hope not. I hope not. Honestly, you could just buy like a Tetra Whisper filter, like a Tetra Whisper 300, and split it off in 4 lines. I have a Tetra Whisper 300 running 4 tanks right now, 4 sponge filters, no problem. No problem at all. Those are by far my favorite air pumps, are the Tetra Whisper. Besides getting into like the bigger commercial Gemco type pumps, the Whisper ones are by far my favorite. So when is you cutting off shipping for winter? It's gonna vary. So the date's not set. Probably like the second week of December. And I might go to overnight shipping only with like UPS. I currently don't have any type of deal with them, so right now it runs me like $80 to $120 to do overnight. But I am working on a deal to get it down to like 60 is the cheapest I can get it at. And I know that a lot of people are going to pay $60 for shipping. I know some will, but we'll see. Excuse me. Okay, says, hey Bob, have you seen a Pisto Panduro on your order list? Yep, I can actually get those currently. I haven't checked this week, but last week they were available. ACA Aquatics says, no, I have a whole rack, but I need these 4 sponge filters to start running. Yeah, honestly, like the Tetra Whisper, the only downside is if you need it like right away and you have to buy it at like Petco or PetSmart, they're ridiculously priced there. It's usually way cheaper on Amazon. But I don't know, maybe you have 1-day shipping and you can get it on Amazon. I just now like hit that 1-day shipping zone with Amazon Prime, and it's pretty sweet. Can't complain. I cannot get Rombo barbs currently cannot. Dan's Fish on Get Gills has them now. There you go. I had bad BBA issue one time. Used Excel and peroxide, killed all my plants and fish. Had to break down the 40 breeder and start over. Wow. It's I wonder if it was the Excel. I wouldn't think it was the peroxide. The peroxide will nuke all your plants, but for it to kill fish, I don't know. You'd really have to use a lot, because that stuff like dissolves in water pretty fast. Any angelfish, Bob? Are they profitable? I don't think so. I don't know. Like, there's so many people that are breeding angels, and if you can watch them, and they'll have angelfish fry, and they'll be like, oh, koi angelfish, whatever, $10 each. And then a couple weeks later, they're like, hey, $5 each. And then a couple weeks later, hey, $1 each for all these fry. I swear, that's how it happens every time. So I don't know that I'd ever bring an angel. It would have to be like a really specific, maybe if they were from like a known famous breeder and had some appeal that way, maybe. Yep. I have some bad news. All the Neocardinia went to the great pot shot in the sky. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe very sad. Pet shop. I was going to say pot shop. All right. That's interesting. I wonder what went wrong too. Because you've had them for quite a while now too, I feel. Was it all at once or was it like over time? Bob, have you had problems between breather bag and heat pack since they both need oxygen? Yes, I actually think I did lose a shipment of fish last week, and I do believe it was from, well, I don't know for sure, but I think it played a role in the heat pack, and I don't know. So here's the thing. So last week was kind of a weird shipping dilemma for me, where it was freezing here, and some places that I shipped to, it was really hot, and so, you know, like I shipped some to Florida, some clown killies, and they fried. You know, it could have been the heat pack. As far as, you know, maybe they suffocated, think something like that. But I feel like I don't know. I was really torn on if I use a heat pack or not because it was freezing pretty much like halfway to Florida last week, and so it was like a gamble. So some shipments, I didn't use a heat pack. Like I sent some to Texas, and those were fine. Um, but some I did use heat packs because they were in colder. They were in colder temperature longer than they would be in hotter temperature, but I still lost them. Shipped out all the replacements today, and it's tough. I don't know. After talking to Dan, I'm gonna be using breeder bags pretty sparingly going forward. Talked to him about it over the weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty sold on breather bags. I thought they were really cool, but I had one pop somehow last week as well. Which after I made some people watch that video I did of like testing breather bags where I'm throwing them on the ground. I'm like tossing them out of my car as I'm driving down the road. I had my friend like I full on like just charged at one in my Jeep and hit it that way, and they never popped. Well, somehow USPS found a way to make one pop. I don't it's hard for me. Like I'm throwing the package, I'm kicking it, throwing it out of my car, I'm doing all this stuff, and I didn't have any issues at all. But somehow USPS got one to pop, and there was two breather bags in the box. One popped, one didn't, and so I shipped out all those replacements today as well. And this time I went with just regular poly bags. So we'll see. I'm really liking the idea. So I have these bags right here now, actually. These Seachem bags, which these are really nice because I'm trying to, there you go. You can see the bottom. Well, I don't know. Let me move this. Where is it? There. The bottom is rounded, which is nice. So you don't have to worry about them getting squished. So these are what I used today in my shipments. So we'll see how that worked out. Maybe, hopefully a little better. Double bagged. Yep. It was a really fun video to make. But yeah, not a lot of people watched it. Which is do they make 24-hour heat packs? Yeah, 24, 72, and 40-hour heat packs. The problem is that I believe the 24-hour ones get too hot. I could be wrong, but I think they get too hot. It doesn't surprise me that USPS managed to pop one, seeing how some of the co-op boxes arrive. Yeah, and the other dilemma I have is like my local post office is absolutely amazing. The people that work there, I know that they're treating, everything perfectly. The handling is amazing. So leaving, I know that they're getting taken care of, but going out into the wild, so far it's been pretty good. So far, it's only been that one that popped, and it might not even have been USB. It could have been a faulty bag. So we'll see. But it's all a learning experience, right? I mean, I've been doing this for 5 weeks now, and it's just learning. So now I know, I double seal breather bags now instead of just using a single seal. So if that seal pops, at least there's a backup. Things like that. It's just little things like that I'm learning along the way, and that amazing people are helping me with, like Dan. That dude is just super awesome. I would love one day to go like see his facility. I think that'd be really cool. Yes, you do. I just ordered a 6-pack. What? Oh, fragile means throw underhand at the UPS, Ben. Yeah. Yep. I'm lucky in that one of my best friends also works for USPS. So, not the one that I go to, but one that's local here. So he's able to tell me like all the secrets on how to make sure, that he told me the best time to drop it off, so they spend the least amount of time at the post office, and I kind of get some insider information like that, so that's been helpful as well. 96-hour heat packs, but I hear they suck. Whew. If you're going with Seachem bags, pump them up with pure oxygen. Less permeation means less oxygen stolen by the heat pack. Yeah, I'm actually, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about heat packs. Like obviously they're a necessity as it gets colder, but the nice thing here's one nice thing about USPS is that every single one of their facilities are climate controlled. Unlike UPS, they have some facilities that are not climate controlled. So, you know, I don't know, like transfer stations or something where they're not heated, where every single USPS building everywhere is climate controlled and heated. So that's one thing I like about using USPS. Football tonight looks like a cripple in the fight. That's why there's there's 170 people in here, because I'm not competing with Monday Night Football because the teams are really a joke. I don't know whose bright idea it was, because they like flex in games. So when they have a couple of crappy teams like this, they'll just swap it around with some other team and put good teams on Monday night. But how are you going to put two of the worst teams in football on primetime television and go against me? Like, they're competing with ratings against me. They're just going to lose. Like, I don't know who's running the NFL, but they're terrible. Oh, Dan's Fish is here. Come on over. I'll scrape the snow off the barbecue. I love the snow. I'm so jealous. Quit spreading rumors. Joe Coffee? What? Yes, 1 day prime. Wait. Yes, I can. 1 day prime. Should I go with Tetra? Oh, you have 1 day prime. Never mind. When you said prime, I'm thinking like Seachem prime, so I'm like getting confused here. Should I go with the Tetra 100 or any experience with the deep water ones like the 300? I have a 40. I usually only buy the 150 or the 300 because it never fails. Like, you can get like the 150 or the 300 and then just put a valve on it if you're only using it in one like 10-gallon tank. However, if you buy like the Whisper 20 or the 10 or whatever, and then at some point, you know, you got 4 10-gallon tanks, you wouldn't be able to use that one. So I always go with the larger ones because they're really not that much more expensive, but they're way more versatile. So yeah, I always go with like the 150 or the 300. I'll sometimes buy the 40s. I do have a lot of 40s kicking around, but I always try to go for the bigger ones. Aqua Discovery says, things happen, Bob. We would never put any blame on you for issues in shipping. Heat packs can gamble sometimes. Some heat packs, well, sometimes it is going to be my fault. Like, I'm certainly not perfect. I'll make mistakes. But yeah. But I'll the one thing I will always do is make it right, whether it's my fault or not. I'll make it right. Like the clown killies I sent out, 3 of them died. I returned all of them. Issued a full refund. I mean, you lost half your order, so you know, I just refunded all of them. So one thing I'll always do is I'll always make it right. Are the trout goodeids doing well? Yes, I still need to get a video of them. I've just been going. Today, I bought more Walmart lights. I'm going to be setting those up tomorrow. I still got to make lids for all these new tanks as well. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the lids. So, like, I have all 10 gallons all lined up in a row. And I don't know if I want to make one lid to cover them all at the same time, or if I actually want to do individual lids. So the thing is I've done individual lids before, and I get it. It's handy to just be able to do one at a time. But I'm really not, in this scenario, in this instance, I'm really not just doing something in one tank at a time. When I'm downstairs in my garage and I'm working on all of them, whether it's water changes, feeding, netting them out to ship. And I think it would be easier to just take off one lid, like one 6-foot lid on 6 10-gallon tanks and just lift it off. But I don't know. I don't know if I would like that in the long run. But when I'm down there, like, taking off every single lid, I'm like, this would be so much easier if it was just one lid and I could just take it off. But I don't know. Nathan says, are there shell dwellers still in quarantine? Yes, come this Wednesday, I will officially have had them for 2 weeks, and they are doing great. And one of the things for my to-do list tomorrow is to get pictures of them, which I hate. I hate taking pictures. Zen Ginger says, I still want more fish. So I'm kind of in this weird area right now, and um, I'm not in between vendors, but I don't want to order from the vendor I have been ordering from again because there's a possibility that I might get some new vendors, and I would rather try out a new vendor. So I'm kind of in this weird place where I'm not going to be getting any new fish for. I'm definitely not getting any this week, and it might even be next week. Um, as far as what I already have. Okay, so there is something a brewing. I am getting a fish shipment this week, but it's I don't know. It's kind of a secret. Some people know about it, but I don't want to. I don't want to give it away yet. It's like one of these things that I don't want to jinx it, but I have an amazing shipment of fish coming this week, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. That's all I can say right now. That's all I can say. Anyways, what was I even talking about? I don't even know. Oh yeah, Zen, you still want more fish? So yeah, I'll have to message you because the new place that I'm hoping to get an account with is actually cheaper than my old place. So I might even be able to bring the cost down even more on the fish you wanted. But we'll see. Aquatics Marina 300 is rated to run 4 stones. I use sponge filters instead of stones and 4 tanks. I don't find that the ratings to be accurate at all on the air pumps. Like the Tetra Whispers, they can power way more sponge filters than what they say. Or stones, sponge filters the same thing. But did you decide on a name on the Fish Garage? We need a new tour video now that you're pretty much up and running. Oh, I'm not even close. I'm not even halfway done. Yeah, I'm not even close. Kaler's Aquatics says, become a member to find out. Yeah, the members do know. Zen Ginger says, oh, a secret. You already know. You commented on the... Jeez. No, but I still haven't decided on a name for the Fish Garage. I don't know. I can't think of it. We'll figure something out. Almost 200 people? Where are all these people coming from? That's crazy. Welcome, new people. Good evening. Do you ship to Canada? No, I cannot ship livestock to Canada. Multis, no. I mean, I have multis. They will end up on the site eventually just because I have multis, and what else am I going to do to them or with them? They're like guppies, right? It's super secret. Yeah. 190 people. Is this not even close? I think we've broken 400. There was a time way back in the day when we would get 200 to 300 like every week. Like that was just a normal thing. Bob is secretion again. What? I'm secreting? Is there something coming out of my pores? What are you talking about? I hear him fine. Yeah, it still says my mic is working. Out of almost 200 watching, how many can really hear him? Earbuds, and I can still barely hear him. I don't know. Like, I could turn it up more. All right. I'll talk quietly. You guys can turn down your volume. I just turned it up more. So, I don't know. I'll rewatch the stream afterwards and see what the sound is like. That's really the only way I can test it is when I rewatch it. It's fine now. Now you could probably hear me breathing. Now it might be too loud. This is the problem. See, like everyone has their sound different. Everyone has different. It's like when you go to KG Tropical Stream and everyone says that it's echoing, and then people are like, "Oh, it's not echoing," and I'm like, "No, there's an echo. There's definitely echoes." Oh, shh. There's John right there. Shh. Don't talk about John's echo. There's KG Tropicals. All right. Sound level death metal. Oh, jeez. I do have my TV at 65 to hear normal-ish. I got 1 and 2-year-old AirPods in. I hear you just fine. Don't say the don't say the E word. uh, it's loud enough I can hear your inner thoughts. Man, I just set up my new micro predator tank and have 2 other upgrade tanks in the works. And you go ahead and get those secret fish, which I don't have a compatible tank. Guess I'm going to Petco. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I'm working on my Echo as we speak. My feelings have been hurt badly by all the horrible comments. The thing that really made me mad, John, and the thing that got to me is the people that are saying there's no echo, it's just fine. Like, there is clearly an echo, and so it's like the same thing. Like now with this audio thing, like people are telling me they can't hear me. Other people are saying it's fine. It's too quiet. It's fine. It's too loud. And I don't know. Like this is like a matter of maybe I just can't please everyone. Like, you know, maybe your speakers suck. I don't know. Maybe they're too good and it's too loud. I don't know. But on your case, there's definitely an echo. And people are like, nope, no echo. Sounds fine. Clearly an echo. Well, that's cool. You're getting it fixed. It's not like it's not that it's not bad. Like I will say, it's not bad. Like you can still watch it. It's not like it's unwatchable or it's not like you can't listen to it. But it's still definitely there. Does anyone else hear the lip smacking? Yep. Listening on a Note 9 and no issues before or now. I don't listen to KG, but sounds good here. What? Here we go. Matthew Vargas with the $25 super chat. Love the live stream. Way better than Monday Night Football. How many months will it take for Pracox Rainbows to max out a size? Also, I have dibs on the L18 when they come out of quarantine. So, growing out a Pracox Rainbow fish, it's pretty... there's no, like, cut and dry time. And this goes with all fish. Like, you could power feed 3 times a day, and do daily water changes, and you could have Pracox Rainbows colored up and large in like 4 or 5 months. Or you could feed them once a day, every other day, do water changes every other week, and it might take them a year to grow out. So really, if the goal is to try to make them grow out fast, then you want to feed them multiple times a day and do daily water changes, if that's your goal. But like me, I'm more like take your time. I'm not in any hurry, you know. I'm not trying to give you steroids and, you know, turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm just happy to watch you grow up and be your own little fish. I like echoes, twice as nice. John, Bob, and Jimmy had an echo also on their last live stream. Yeah, he was there. You sound perfect on my Note 10, Bob, says Chris. Thank you, my friend. Katie Tropical, so, yeah. The Dolphins are leading. Oh, boy. Oh, speaking of lip smacking, delivery is here. Gotta go get dinners on. Bob, we'll save a plate for you. Yeah, there's so many places I need to go. I'm trying to go to California in December, so that should be pretty fun for the Sacramento and the San Francisco talks that Jimmy is doing talks down there, and it's only $150 round trip for me to go to California. So I'm really hoping to get to go to that. Bob had an echo too. Jimmy did not. Yeah, that was yeah, that's why you don't use 2 microphones. Nice Fedora combat helmet. Jack Ryan comes out on Friday. It really is. Don't get me started. I'm really trying not to rant because there's some stuff that I really want to rant about. And that is one of them. The 2nd season of Jack Ryan has said coming soon on Amazon for the last 5 months. 5 months it says coming soon. That is not coming soon. Like 5 months is a long time. That's not soon. All right. So annoying. Jimmy, that's a topic for a Swiss Kebab podcast. Jack Ryan discussion. Season 1 is really good though. Season 1. Oh man, it's so annoying. And then they changed it, right? So season 1 was really good, and I've been looking forward to season 2. And then so it said coming soon for months and months and months, and then they added the trailer and said, watch now. But they didn't say it was a trailer. Instead of coming soon, it said watch now. And I was like, holy smokes, it's finally released. I went and got my drinks. I went and got snacks. I was ready for like an 8-hour binge session. And I sit down, I hit play, and it was just the trailer. I'm like, I was so mad. So mad. You would not even believe. And now it's back to saying coming soon again. Anyways. San Francisco Aquarium excited to hear Swisky speak. Yep. Blue backgrounds, pineapple. Since you're wearing a co-op hat, don't we have to pick candy sides? What? Alex said, are you looking around for anything to breed for future stock during shipping slowdown? Dean really pushes his Pracox. So, no, I'm not going to... I'm probably not going to breed rainbow fish. Because of the news that I posted in the members section today. So, oh wait, you're not a member. Yeah. So anyways, to answer your question, not rainbows. Eventually, I would like to breed a pistos. I think that would be really fun, but it's not going to be, like, I'm not going to breed a pistos for profit. Yes, I'm going to sell them on, obviously I'm going to breed them and sell them on my website. But I'm not going to like pump them out. I'll still get pistos from other sources. Any breeding I do is going to be just for fun, and the side effect, the result of that, they will end up on my website. But I'm not breeding anything specifically to sell. I'm breeding stuff because I enjoy breeding a pistos, like their breeding behaviors, their parenting, how they take care of their fry is all really fascinating to me. I bred cockatoides and McMasteri, although they probably weren't true McMasteri. And then there's one other that I don't remember. It's been so long, but I just find their their parental behavior very fascinating, and I just think they're really fun fish. So that is something I want to breed. Again, once the garage room is done, then I'm going to be building a breeding room inside the house, so that should be really fun too. My creative pet keeping is here. Hello, Kasha. Who else did we see? Who else joined in here? I think we saw Priscilla in here. Hello, Priscilla. I still don't know what this co-op comment means. Is you're wearing a co-op hat, don't we have to pick candy's sides? I don't know. Engineer Steenfott Aquatics, can you breed super reds first so I can finally get some females? I'm pretty sure I actually have one female super red that I've had forever. If you really need it, I could probably sell it to you. But I kind of don't want to get rid of it. It's one of my holdbacks. So I had super red breeding groups from Barbie. And then I had longfin green dragons, and I have a couple holdbacks still from both of those groups. So we had 201 watching. We need more Laticara breeding. I don't know. I'm just gonna do a pistos first, and then I'll probably ramp up my Parasiprochromis again and get them breeding, because I have someone locally that I want to give them to. Duke, isn't that the buffalo head cichlid, or am I? Are you talking about the buffalo head cichlid? I feel like that's what it is, but I might be wrong. Is there a topic, or is Bob just rambling? You're on the second half of the stream, so there is, we stick to the topic for the first half hour, and then we talk about whatever. And you're in the whatever. Oh, someone did just buy fish, didn't they? Look at that. What did you buy? What did you buy? Clown killifish. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Thank you for your purchase of clown killifish. Uh-oh, who got in trouble? I want to see what this says. Oh, yeah, that's not going to go through. What Repashy food do you like the best for bristlenose? The green one. Soylent Green. Soylent Green, by far my favorite for Ancestris. Did you just call me whatever? No. I didn't call anyone. I want clown killifish. They're available on the website. I was referring to, yeah, Tanada and Gibiceps. Yeah, that's not gonna go over either. Bonus, I will have 55-gallon tank empty. Oh, geez. I'm getting spammed by this guy who just got put in timeout. So now, let me go ahead and read these chats. You guys, I don't think you guys see the spam. I think only the moderators and I see the spam. It's been a while since I've had spam on here. Latticar Criviceps are currently South American dwarf cichlids. You know what dwarf cichlids I would really like to try to breed is the Nanochromis. I've had them in the past and I've never been able to get them to spawn. And when you go online, everything says, oh, these are really easy fish to spawn. But nope, never got mine to spawn. So I'd like to try them again because they're a really, really cool dwarf cichlid that you don't see very often. And maybe in time, I'll get them again. I don't know. You sell tarantulas? All right. Should I get a 180 plexi or 125 plexi? This one, wait. Are you asking if you should get a large tank or a kind of large tank? I feel like the 180 is going to win every single time. Should I get a 40-gallon or a 20-gallon? Tough choice. Get the biggest one you possibly can. Or in your case, Bob, get them both. Get them both. No reason not to. If you don't have room, just stack them on top of each other. I don't know. Get them both. But I feel like if you're asking, like if you were asking, like, should I get a 180 plexi or a 180 glass? Okay, there we could have a talk. But if you're asking like 180 versus 125, then yeah, you're gonna go with the bigger one. At least I am every single time. Did your peacock gudgeon ever spawn? Aqua Discovery, I wouldn't know if they did. Chances are they would get taken out almost immediately in that tank. There's so many fish in there. Get 10, 20 longs instead. Jeez. What helps with heartburn? Tums. I think that's the sole purpose of Tums is heartburn. Thank you, Bob, for sharing your knowledge with all of us. You contribute to our wonderful hobby, our wonderful hobby. I thank you so much. Well, thank you. I hope you're happy with the tiger endlers. They're doing really well for me. I have so many fry right now. As Bob says, you can't not buy just one. That is true. That is true. Like you said, you know it's getting serious when I break out the double negatives. Because I hate them. I hate double negatives. I don't hate them enough to, like, be a grammar Nazi, though. I used to be a grammar Nazi. Now I don't really care. Who has time for that stuff? As long as I know what you're saying, I don't really care. One day I like a floor-to-ceiling giant aquarium. Well, you could get one of those, like, really small micro houses, and then it'd probably be pretty feasible. Like, pretty easy. Milk helps my heartburn, or ice cream. I think ice cream helps everything. Everything. Bob, what's the largest aquarium you can see yourself purchasing and owning in the future? Well, it depends. Right now, probably a 40-gallon tank is about all I can afford. Well, all I want to afford. Honestly, in the future, I don't know. It really depends. Like, it's one of those things where I'm going to get the largest tank that I can afford and the largest tank I have room for. If I could afford $10,000 for an 800-gallon acrylic tank, then I would buy one. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough to know what the future holds. But the answer would always be the biggest I could afford. Fama, I don't know what that is, but apparently those tablets help with heartburn. I don't know. I haven't had heartburn since I quit drinking, thankfully. Maybe like once or twice, but since I quit drinking, I don't really get heartburn anymore. But when I was, Tums was the go-to. Tums. I had a dream that my entire house was one big fish pond, and the only thing solid was my... So you didn't even have a water bed? That's not committed. Oh man, that's disappointing. You should have had a waterbed in that dream. Well, maybe it was a waterbed after the dream. I don't know. How happy were you? Like, can you see yourself dropping the money that Corey did? Maybe if I made as much as Corey does, sure. Again, like, if I won the lotto and was getting paid $2 million a year or $10 million a year, then I'd probably drop like 50,000 on an aquarium. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a problem. Like, it all depends. So for me to spend, the 800 gallon aquarium was $10,000. For me to spend $10,000 on anything, um, I'd probably have to have like 200,000 in cash. Yeah, so if I ever had like $200,000 in cash sitting in my safe, then I would probably drop 10,000 on an 800 gallon aquarium. Yep. He probably never heard of waterbeds. Yeah, that's like a 70s thing, really. I'd love another 40 breeder, but I'm not driving 2 hours there and back to pay for another overpriced 40. That's an expensive 800 gallon. Well, it's all acrylic, and I think that was with the stand and the sump, and I don't know. Maybe it was just for the tank. I don't know. He said it at some point. I hope. I'm pretty sure he said it on a live stream how much it was, and I think it was 10,000. I can't take it with you, Bob. That's true. Is moving into your own place higher priority than buying an 800 gallon? Not right now. Not right now. So I basically have this place to myself anyways. Um, but other than that, like with me just building out the garage, like I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. After just dumping all that money into the garage, that'd be kind of dumb. So right now, getting my own place is not a priority. Yeah, what would be getting, even getting like, uh, even getting like a warehouse is more of a priority than getting my own place at this point, because the end result would allow me to get a nicer place than I could buy right now, if that makes sense. Are there cheap 800 gallons? I don't think so. Plus, Corey gets the rest of the setup stuff either free or at cost. So it's 160 the closest. So 160 the closest I can get 40 breeders. $160. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I could swear it was $10,000, but either way, we can agree that it was a lot of money. And even if it was 15,000, I would still have to have like 10 times that amount in cash for me to spend that much. I mean, I paid $1,500 for my car, for crying out loud. My motorcycle was like $2,000. So it all just depends on how much money I have in the bank. Live at the warehouse? I don't know. I think it would be nice to have somewhere. Like right now, it's nice that I get up and I walk 10 feet and I'm at work. But it would be nice to get up and go somewhere to go to work. Like get out of the house, have some type of interaction with anything. I don't care if it's a random cat walking down the street. But for me to leave the house right now is, I don't know, like going to the post office is the highlight of my day. What's this top chat feature? Never seen that before. Creative pet keeping, that's been around for a very long time. You actually have to click down and hit on live chat. Live chat. Yeah, top chat is their way to censor comments, basically. That's all that does. It pretty much, YouTube says, these are the comments that you want to see. You don't care about the other comments. But yeah, I saw people out the window today. That was my last interaction for the week. Yeah, I saw my neighbor pumping up his tire. Little wave. That was about it. even when I went to the post office today, I didn't even say anything. I just set all the packages on the counter and walked out. That's the nice thing about like prepaid shipping labels and everything. I don't even have to wait in line. I don't have to talk to anyone. I just set it on the counter. They're used to me now, so they know. And it's pretty awesome. Oh. Maybe if you came to more than one live stream a year, you would find out about these, Kasha. I don't know. Just saying. That's a lot of people, Pam. Can you guys hear that? All right. I know Bob totally wore me out. Prepaid shipping labels for the win. Yeah, my next purchase is going to be the actual like printer that prints out the real USPS postage labels, the 4x6. Right now I do it on 8x10 and cut it down. It's a pain. And then I have to tape it on, but I want the sticky ones that print out and just bam, slap it on the box. Good to go. So anyways, what else is new? So yeah, no new fish coming this week because I'm not ordering. Fish coming out of quarantine this week are the shell dwellers, the Von Rio tetras, emerald, dwarf emerald rasbora, strawberry rasbora, threadfin rainbows. That might be it for this week. I don't know. Let me check the website. Let me check. Sounds like a digging doggo. Yeah, I don't know what he's digging for, but he's not going to find it. Let's see. Okay, the New Guinea red rainbows will be out of quarantine this week. And what else do I have here? Possibly some blue neon rasboras, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Excuse me. Can I put dibs on fish before Supermod gets them? I don't know what you're talking about, but what fish do you want? If my heat pack comes this week, I'll send you fish on Monday, Teresa. I'm really excited to get those guppies. Dumbo ear mosaic guppies. Pretty excited about that. I really like those emerald dwarf rasboras. Had to pick some up. Right? Like super duper underrated, I feel. I need to seriously send you a list of fish to look out for on the lists. All you gotta do is send me an email and I'll watch. Especially with the possibility of getting more vendors. Okay, so I'm not gonna give away the secret, but I will say that I do have a lot more access to a lot more fish. So Ahmad, I know candy, not posted yet. Huh? Anyway, so I do have access to a lot more fish. Hopefully this week. So, yeah. Send me fish that you're looking for, and I can try to find out. Further than Seattle? Huh? Neopost? I don't know what you guys are talking about. How big are the emerald dwarf rasboras? How big do the emerald dwarf rasboras get? Oh, not even an inch. Maybe an inch. Maybe an inch, but not more than an inch. Oddballs. Oh, yeah. The pencilfish will be out of quarantine this week as well. The pencilfish. Beckford's pencilfish. They're kind of a little, well, I'm not going to say they're small, but they haven't colored up yet. So, hint, he got an account with the wet spot tropical fish. Nope. I wish that was it. Honestly, I wish that was it because they have like the best fish and the best selection. But nope, that'll never happen. Nope. But anyways, now I forgot what I was talking about. You got me distracted with the wet spot. Anyways, emerald dwarf rasboras, about an inch, if that. The ones I have are full grown, so I have full grown adults. I want 25 Rombo barbs and 15 Odessa barbs. Well, I know you want that now, but in about 15 minutes there, Bob Vance, I will forget. So that's just the way it is. I have no memory. I have to get ideas on restocking my community. Yes, sadly, an unknown mistake was made. Actually, it's not even a mistake because it wasn't your fault. But a fellow aquarist lost all her fish today or yesterday or Saturday. Saturday, maybe. Bob, how are Pammy's Farlowella Fry doing? They are doing amazing. They went through quarantine with... I don't know. Oh, with my mono shrimp. Oh, yeah. I have a mono shrimp that'll be hitting the website pretty soon. But yeah, so the Farlowella, they went through quarantine with my mono shrimp, and they'll be moving to their permanent home this week. Do you own a no maintenance aquarium? All of my personal aquariums are pretty much no maintenance. This is why I love algae. Like, I'm a huge proponent of algae. I love algae in all my tanks. It really gives you a lot of leeway when it comes to missing water changes, straight up not doing water changes, miss a feeding, you have food in the algae. So many benefits to algae. I absolutely love algae. And it's probably fair to say that almost all of my personal tanks are no maintenance. There's some that I do water changes on pretty religiously, but there's ones that have a ton of plants and not a lot of fish, and I might do like one water change a month, and it's perfectly fine. A question for you, please. How's the toilet? Oh, it's pretty destroyed after last weekend, but that's an interesting question. Bob is a green water aquarist by default. I'm not actually smooth enough to get green water a lot, at least in my fish tanks. I have it in the one pond still, but in my fish tank, anything indoors I've never gotten green water from. Maybe once on accident. Turtle? Oh, the turtle is doing great. The turtle just hangs out in the garage now since I took it out of the pond. But yeah. But the turtle is doing great. The reason I haven't shown the turtle is because it doesn't really have a tank. Like, it's in a 90-gallon tank, but there's like nothing to it. It's pretty basic. A basking spot and water. That's it. Well, and a filter. What about those gorgeous gold nugget plecos? So the plecos have some issues, and they are in quarantine for at least another week. At least another week. Toidle? I don't know. The turtle is in the toilet. You got a turtle head poking, that's for sure. Whew. Question for you, please. Oh, wait, I already got that one. Anyways. What else you guys got for me? Anything? I think it's about time to wind this down. So I think that's all the fish that are going to be in stock this week. No other new news. Yeah. I think that's going to end it for today. We had over 200 people here. That is super duper awesome. I want to appreciate everyone who came out. We have to thank Veranda Guy, Matthew Vargas, and Jobs Aquarium Tanks for the super chats. And everyone for sharing. I think this got shared out. I would assume this got shared out, which is why we hit over 200. So that's pretty awesome. All the thumbs up, all the thumbs down. I appreciate it. When are you going to show your Radinocentris or Natus? I mean, I already did. I could maybe show them again, I guess. But there's already a video of them if you want to see them. I have Scissor Tail Rasbora, and I want to get either or the Volcanus. Which do you think are cooler? Probably the Volcanus, just because I can say that scientific name. Although Bimaculatus, I guess that's not too difficult to say. I don't know. I still like the Vulcan Rasbora. Honestly, I don't know what that one is. I'd have to Google it. Prairie dogging it. All right. That's where we're going to end it tonight. Thanks everyone again for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. We will be back this Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. hope to see at least half of you there so we can get some cool conversations going again. And otherwise, have a great week, and I'll see you Thursday.